Hello everyone, this is Justin, an application specialist at Roctek International, and today we'll be going over how to import from a Vector PDF. To get started, we'll need to set up our job by setting the outer perimeter, the elevation range, and the scale. For more information on how to do this, please see the Getting Started tutorial. To get started, we'll need to set up the match points. Just like with Alternate Plan or Plan Builder, WinXmaster uses match points to properly scale and align the data between two different sources. To enter the import utility and begin importing vector data, simply select the Import Data icon, set Currently Displayed Page for Import, and select OK, and then follow the directions along the help prompt. We'll need to select two match points that we can find easily between here and the vector data. Generally, the vector data will look very similar to the image you see on your screen. If that is the case, then simply try using the corner of pads. For instance, we're going to use the top left corner of this pad, and we can right-click and hold the right mouse button down to zoom in, and we'll select the bottom right corner of this pad as well. Once finished, it will begin loading the import utility. Once the import utility is loaded, you should see a screen very similar to this that shows the vector data present within the PDF file. To begin importing, set your match points first. To do this, we can head over to Setup and Set Match Points, and then use our zoom options to zoom in and find the same 2 points we used earlier in the same order. Once these are selected, we can begin importing by using the Import option here. Once selected, we will need to identify what type of items we will be importing. Let's start with contour lines, and let's send them to the existing layer. From here, we could jump right into importing, but you'll notice there's a lot going on with this drawing. In order to clean up some of this information, we can select the L for Show Layers, and we can actually clean up our view. You can easily turn on or off all layers by selecting the icons at the bottom, locate an item by selecting this, or turn individual layers of items on or off by check marking these boxes. I've already selected the existing layer, so from here we simply decide which items we'd like to import and what type of items they are. These will be dotted lines, so we'll need to select the D for dotted, and you'll notice that our help pointer up here changes the type of item we'll be using. We're currently on Select Single Item, which allows us to select a line and bring it in, and then type the elevation out. This is the current elevation, and this is the elevation we want to change it to when we click Apply. There are easier options though. We can select the Group option and go down the line selecting multiple items. Once we've selected all these items, we can simply click Proceed to continue on and bring those into our takeoff. From here, we can edit individual elevations by selecting a box over here and then typing out the elevation. However, the import utility will know if it's going by a certain interval. The difference between the first and second item is used to establish this interval. Currently, the elevation interval is 1 foot from 719 to 720, and we can actually select Apply All to continue that elevation down the line. Please double check the items that you are importing to ensure that the interval actually continues throughout every item that you've imported. Once finished, select the green check mark, and you'll be taken back to the import utility, and from here you can finish up any stragglers. You'll notice that we do not see any proposed items on this. We can simply turn back the proposed icons on. To do this, simply deselect the existing items and select the proposed items. From here you can click Close, click Reset, and then reselect Import and select this time Contours Proposed. From here you could try our single or group items, or branch out and try tools such as our Path tool. which allows you to left click, hold, drag, and import items along a path by clicking proceed. From here, just like before, you'll need to establish the elevation of the first few items and continue the elevation throughout all items by clicking apply all. This concludes our Vector PDF import tutorial. For more information on what to do next, view some of our Getting Started tutorials, or continue on to the next video.